everyone, it's Monday 11th October. The time is 6 p.m. and the temperature is 32 degrees. We're just off Orchard Road and Bras Road, and there's the School of the Arts in Singapore. And we're starting from the Orchard Road Presbyterian Church right here. And today the plan is to make our way to Fort Canning Park and explore the park a little bit. What I should say in the beginning is that it is a bit of a trek up, so we'll see how it goes. It's a warm day, should be interesting. And we'll make our way from around the Singapore Management University here towards Fort Canning, which is not far at all, and then we'll see how far we get before sunset in about an hour. A lot of buses go this way because they're literally a few steps away from Orchard Road. So a lot of them will be going towards that direction. Here's Fort Canning Road. I have a little bit different plan. I'm not going up through there where the cars would be able to drive up. The last time I was here I did that, but I had an e-scooter. This is the National Museum of Singapore. Here on the left side. And I was waiting for the light to change without realizing that I was actually able to cross that part. Still have to wait for this one, fortunately. So the National Museum of Singapore seems to be open. I saw some people coming out from here. So that's good to see. And there is someone a bit unusual for a museum goer, I guess. So we're on Stamford Road at the moment, and just after the museum building I'll make a turn and we'll go into the park. Some really big birds of prey over there behind the museum. Don't know if the camera was catching that. So there ahead of us, it's still part of the Singapore Management University, and of course all up there as well. I just got it before the bus, maybe not. There are a lot of buses going at this hour. I think it's a particularly nice museum building. Kind of always catches your eye around this area. Oh, I just walked over a map, which is pretty cool. Look at that. A map of Fort Canning Park and the surrounding streets. Not necessarily a very useful one, but in any case. So there used to be a fortification line here. And it talks about the old maps a little bit. So, oh, that's an escalator up. That's very Singaporean. But we will be walking some stairs today. I'm pretty sure of that. And some walkways that go steeply uphill. So, what a weird statue anyway. Look at that, escalators going into a park. So, Fort Canning does have the kind of fort at the top. The unfortunate story of that fort is that it was completed sometime around 1860. And it very quickly turned out that it was too far from the city to protect the city. So you could get into the city and then basically attack the city without being in reach of the cannons here. So that didn't turn out so well, unfortunately. And I think Fort Canning is also the place where they surrendered to the Japanese, unfortunately. So, you know, it's not the fort that maybe is the most amazing thing about this place. Of course, there's the history of that, which is always interesting to see. I think they put this like frames in place so you can see the plant that it's talking about through the frame. That's pretty clever. I like that. And the beautiful house ahead of us is the Fort Canning Centre, which I think is not open, at least not today. But the park is open. And you can start seeing that kind of climb up I was talking about earlier. Don't think we'll start it from here. Because actually I think the Fort Canning Centre looks quite nice from here where we can see it. But once we're up we might have a look down maybe. There's an old cemetery and some of the walls here have those stones, the headstones sort of inside that wall, which is quite an interesting detail. But even before that sort of phase where Fort Canning got the fort, so Raffles actually had his house on the hillside here. There is still a house here today called the I think a Raffles house, but it is a sort of replica from later times. So here's a sign for the old Christian cemetery. Oh, it says the whole green space here was used at the cemetery. 600 people buried here. So I'm just going to quickly show you a closer look of some of the things in here, and then we'll carry on. It's always kind of interesting to see this kind of a thing from the past. I wonder if Charles Boddiswood is the same one that the street is named after. Probably a lot of these people would have been at least related. Hopefully we can get around these works, but doesn't look very promising on that side, so maybe we'll just go up here and come back down. I was kind of hoping to avoid doing the trek up already here, but oh well. So at the top it's more sort of the cannons and the bunkers and that sort of thing. And then elsewhere in the park you have gardens. There are some signs over there. So I wonder if the monument is just this whole sort of gate over here. I guess otherwise it's just headstones. Some people doing yoga. Quite a nice place to do your exercise in. So we're now on the other side where I tried to go. And I guess, although I was hoping I could go sort of gradually up, we made the whole trek up in the beginning of the walk. I was just watching a walking or hiking video from someone in Korea where they basically went up this really big mountain. And I thought, if they can do that, I can walk up. Fort Canning Park. So since we went this way, we're now at this kind of more warm themed part. So these were never used, but they date back to early 19th century and had become obsolete before Fort Canning was built. It's fun to see this, I guess, especially knowing that no one got hurt in the process. So the earliest sort of records of this place are when the Malay king was here. And I will be keeping my camera to this side because the other side you cannot take pictures or film. That's the water reserve, I guess, for at the top. So on the map it seems like it's a lake at the top, but you cannot actually go to that lake in the sense if you expect to find that in the park. So I guess we go and have a look at the garden this way. If I can figure out that. I think it is pointing this way for the Sang Nila Utama Garden, whether I pronounced that right or not. There's a bird somewhere in here. It's really green in here, which is just really lovely for a walk. Yes, we made it the right way. So this is also not actually an old structure, if I understand correctly, but it's been built sort of thinking about those earliest times with the Malay court, when this used to be called Forbidden Hill, I think. And the court's ladies would come and bathe in here. And so it has this kind of Balinese feel if you've been to Bali. Some, I guess, monkeys guarding the gate. There's an orchid in the middle. I don't know if it's a real one, but definitely protected from people. It's the perfume garden. It does actually have a nice scent here. Little pond with some frogs and a fish. It's a very calm, relaxing feel in this place. And all kinds of little details hiding in the garden. And then at the top, if you look, there's the other part, so there's another cannon. I don't think we're going to go to any of the bunkers or anything like that today. Not even sure if they're open, actually. So this talks about significance of elevated ground. So like I said, this is a track up. So I guess the hills and mountains were associated with sort of kingship and divinity. I guess the gods lived on mountains. And I'm just showing you behind there. You can start seeing the sun is starting to set. So it's not yet any nice colors or anything like that. There's someone on the roof. But it's just that nice color of the sun on the buildings.
Let's get you home.
So we're going towards Raffles House and Raffles Garden now. Raffles apparently was quite interested in gardening and liked it. Obviously the garden here is not his garden as he planted it or anything like that. Oh, that's quite an interesting look down. Just show you the stairs going down under the bridge. That's pretty cool. There used to be a lighthouse here. I wonder if any of those old pictures will show it. I guess it does. And from what I've read, it used to be a really important one, a landmark for ships coming to Singapore. But this is, again, not the original one. It's quite easy to imagine why someone would have loved this place. It's really beautiful now, and of course it has that city view at the background now, but you would have been able to see completely different kind of view from here. Another set of stairs, and at the background there, I don't know if you can make it out, but it's Marina Bay Sands. So here's the map of the area, and we're just on the edge of the Raffles Garden. And of course it's a large area, so you could easily walk around here, but I don't think there's that much to see on the other side in terms of the bunkers and things. Those are for another day to explore. Let's just go and have a look on the other side here if we can get any kind of a view, or it's just this garden space. I love the palm trees over there as well. It's a really beautiful place. Now the sun is going to be directly at the camera. I think we can take that path. You probably don't even see the path right now, but take the path on the edge there. So I think there's a view down over Clarke Quay. There's the river as well. Should we make our way down this way, actually? I'm asking you as if I expect an answer, but we will do that. We might get another view from there, over that little fence. There's some more information. It's on why this place is named Padang Terrace. That's kind of a cool view over the River Valley and the Clarke Quay area. With the sun setting as well, it's really nice. Oh, this is actually pretty steep. Good thing it's not raining. You can see the sun on these slopes as well, I guess, if you can call them that. So that's where we were earlier over there, where Raffles Garden and the house are. And I think that takes us sort of out of the park, and as I go over the pedestrian bridge, then I'll be in Clarke Quay. So thanks for joining me today for the walk through Fort Canning Park, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to see more videos, then if you haven't already, you can subscribe to this channel, and you'll get notified when there are new videos posted. You can join me for another one around Singapore in all kinds of places. It's been really heartwarming to see people enjoying these videos, leaving comments. So thank you for all of those. I've had a lot of fun covering the ideas and suggestions as well. So if you can think of one, then leave me a comment, and I try to do those ones when I can. There's a wall painting on the other side. Now is a really good time to leave those suggestions and ideas, because I'll be traveling for a bit around Christmas, and I'm filming a lot to sort of have videos also from Singapore all through that time, so I won't just have content from elsewhere. I will keep posting Singapore content, because that's what this channel has been about, and I appreciate all of you guys are interested in that and want to see that, so we'll keep doing it. But there will be something else as well, and I will make sure that's clearly marked, so you can choose if you just want to watch the Singapore stuff, or then you can have a look at the other things from where I'm going as well. So thank you for joining today. Oh. And with almost stumbling over, not watching where I'm going, I hope I'll see you again soon.